Atomy creates and distributes high-quality products. Things we all use every day, such as shampoo, conditioner, soap, toothpaste and toothbrushes, beauty items, cosmetics, health supplements, and much more. And Atomy is committed to bringing these prestige luxury items to the mass market. This strategy is known as mastige. And Atomy's concept is to enable consumers to swap brands. Atomy has an ethos of absolute quality, absolute price. It means Atomy is dedicated to ensuring its products are of a quality that is unmatchable for the price customers pay. And it's so simple to switch brand when what's on offer is unbeatable in quality and price. Remember that: absolute quality, absolute price. Quality that is as good as, if not better, than designer brands at a fraction of the price. Atomy is an online shop or shopping mall. And hey, it's free and easy to join and set up an account. Yes, free to join. And once registered as a member, you have exclusive access to the Atomy product range. Here's the really good part. Buying from Atomy gives you points, known as personal point value, or to keep it really short, PPV. Each product has its own PV. Your PPV accumulates and never expires. You only have to make one purchase a year, no matter how small, to keep your account active. And that's no problem, because you love Atomy's absolute quality and absolute price, right? It gets better. You share Atomy's secret with others, they become members, and when they shop, you all earn PV. And what does PV mean? Cash, paid to you as commission. This is a new age of retail. Atomy puts the consumers first and rewards them for their loyalty. Although some members simply choose to shop for their own personal needs, many decide to develop their membership into full-time, lucrative businesses. Let's look at how this works in a little more detail. Let's say you recommend Atomy to your cousin, Jane, because you love using Atomy products so much. You become Jane's sponsor and give her your ID to enable her to register as an Atomy member. Jane is then automatically registered under your A market, your left leg. Then you recommend to your friend Adam, and he becomes registered in your B market, your right leg. Adam could be in Canada or China. Atomy membership is global. You or Jane or Adam can then sponsor more members to join your left or right leg, your A or B markets. They are added down the line, and they don't need to live in your country either. Everyone in each of your market legs generates PV. Remember that? Point value? You have your own PV, and every day your market legs generate group PV. As soon as your own PV exceeds 10,000, earned from purchasing one Atomy shampoo or face wash, for example, and each of your market legs exceeds 300,000 each month, you earn commission. Everyone in each of your market legs who qualifies becomes eligible to receive the same amount of commission. The larger your markets and the greater the collective PV, the higher the commission will be. And it's worth noting, keeping your market legs equally balanced is important. Group PV is calculated on the leg with the smaller PV volume. This is part of the secret of success with Atomy. Hard work is never wasted. And it doesn't stop there. As your network grows, so does your regular collective PV. And the hard work invested takes you higher up the ranks of mastership, which comes with life-changing bonuses. You can cherish the spirit of Atomy through its products of absolute quality and absolute price. You can share the good news and reap great rewards by doing so. You may have discovered Atomy compensation videos on YouTube or Channel Atomy already. More details about how it works is freely available. And Atomy's Success Academies and seminars will provide regular, inspiring support to members, and prospective members too. Absolute quality, absolute price. Atomy you can trust.
Hello everyone and welcome to our Global Top English Zoom seminar. So today is September 15, 2022. So I'll give you a warm welcome to our seminar today. My name is of course Luke Kim and I'll be hosting the seminar today. So before we begin, I would like to just quickly introduce to you our translator for the Korean language, Diamond Master A. Shui. So thank you very much for doing the translation. So before we officially begin our meeting, we always have a tradition to open up with a company motto. So we'll go straight into that. So if you can join me with that, the actions and the words. Even if you have your mic off, it'd be great if you could turn it on. But even if you have it off, please join us and follow in with the motto. So let's begin. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Go. Cherish the
Cherish
spirit.
the spirit,
Create the
create the
vision.
vision,
The faith.
follow the faith,
Serve in humility.
serve in humility.
Aja.
Aja.
All right. Thank you very much. So let us go straight into it. So we have our first speaker introducing to us some products by Sales Master David Kim.
Okay, hello. My name is David Kim. I'm a sales master at TOPSen터, and today I'll just be talking about two quick products that we can use or we use on a daily basis. So the first one you see here is Atomy's dish scrub. It's $5 and it's a PB of 1,000. So what's special about our sponge compared to other companies or the main yellow green ones is first that it has a 3-layer combination for our sponge, and it is very protective with bacteria as well, and is very easy to use and ergonomical design. So you can hold it both ways and it'll be more comfortable instead of a straight square. So very easy and comfortable for your hands as well, and for anyone else, or if you have a hard time holding it, for people who are older or has weak hands or arthritis. So this is also very easily to use, and to also know how to replace your dish scrub is actually it turns green. So if you use it for a long period of time, or people who haven't used this before, it's like a beautiful blue color, but then it starts to change colors once you keep using it, of course, and after a certain time this will turn into like a greenish color, and this is how you know you have to start replacing your dish scrub. So it's very easy to use and to know when to change and to replace. So I highly recommend you guys to try this. It is also very soft on the dishes as well, so it doesn't scratch anything. And it's just I actually gave this to one of my friends when they're moving into the new house, and they love it a lot and very much. Next is our Atomy's dish detergent. This is $12 before tax and a PV of 3,100. So I also gave this to one of my friends to use because they actually have really bad eczema on their hands and fingers, and they needed a natural dish detergent because their skin was like peeling and it really hurts their hands. So I told them to try using this. So this is a naturally highly concentrated dish soap. It is very easy and efficient to use, as you could dilute it with some water as it's highly concentrated. As you can see here, these are the features or the ingredients for this. It's a very big bottle for the price that Atomy sells it for. And I really love this detergent, as I also use this to wash fruits. A lot of people don't really wash fruits or vegetables as much, as it gets too lazy to wash because of the wax. But as you could see here, Atomi's dish detergent, if you just put it a little bit inside like a bucket of water, and if you rinse it off, you can see the complete difference with especially the broccoli. The left side of it, of the half, is basically washed with Atomi's dish detergent, and the other one is just with water. So the wax from these vegetables and fruits could be easily replaced or removed. And when I eat my apples, I use this detergent to clean out the wax. It's very easy, just a quick simple step with my just hand, just quickly wash it off with a little bit. And it's very useful and cool how well our Atomy dish detergent works. Very simple, easy to use. If people have like if it's too much, then I suggest you put it in like a little dispenser and dilute it with water to try it out, as it also works like that for cleaning your dishes and not just for your vegetables and fruits. Yes. I hope you all could try this if you haven't. And yes, thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for the product presentation, David, Kim. So yes, Atomy strives to get products that are absolute quality and absolute price. So even the basic necessities, things that we use on a day-to-day basis that we just find insignificant sometimes, are of high standards that Atomy looks for with their scrubber, with their dish detergent. They always focus on quality first, so that in every steps, in every individuals, they're able to get the best products out there for them to use. So thank you for introducing us the products, David, Kim. And now we will have our second speaker for today that will teach us and guide us in understanding this very fundamental point in the system of Atomy. So the road to success to auto sales master will be done by Daniel Kim, and he's gonna give us very clear points on why this step is so vital for our success. The most people call it the 90% to success hurdle that we need to overcome. And so he will guide us. So listen carefully, and we can learn more about this important step. So we'll have Daniel Kim, Diamond Master.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Nice to meet you all. Good afternoon. It's great to see so many faces here. Thank you all for joining for another week as well. And so today I'll be covering about the road to sales master. And before I begin, though, I just want to ask yourselves, right? Like, how are you doing in your journey in Atomy, right? Are you doing well? Are you not seeing any progress, right? Is it doing it really well, right? Then if it's not doing so well, ask yourself, what's the reason, right? Why is that happening? And so today, the road to sales master that I'm covering is pretty much the straightforward answer book that Atomy has given us into becoming the proper sales master we all want to achieve, right? Because 90% of our success, as sales master Luke mentioned, is through becoming an auto sales master. Without becoming an auto sales master, not only is it going to be slowing down your growth in your business, but it also makes it that much harder for you to continue to do this business long term, right? Because you're not making any money. And just like any normal person, if you're not making money, then obviously you're going to be hesitant to continue doing Atomy unless you're really rich, right? And you already have a lot of money, then you have nothing to worry about. But for the average person, especially this is what Atomy was designed for, the average person, to be able to become that top 1%, we were not going to be filled with money that we can just use whenever we want. And because of that, we need Atomy's compensation plan to kick in so that we can start to generate money on a monthly basis to help fund our business activities, right? So in the very beginning steps, the money you make from Atomy is not really something that you're, trying to save, but rather use more to help fuel your business growth, right? Because in the early stages of any business, the money you make, if you're able to, deliver it and spend it wisely in different parts of your business, whether that is investing in research, investing in your products, things like that, it will help, catapult your business further into making more money. And the same thing applies for Atomy, right? So the more we spend in our daily business towards our partners and helping them grow through our funds that we receive from Atomy, the faster your growth will be and the more money you will make. And so today we'll be covering about how we can properly and successfully reach that auto sales master that many of us are dreaming to become. And so this is the timeline for today, right? We're going to be covering, 5 different portions of the Atomy's Road to Sales Master. And so as you can see, we have the beginning where you have to learn what a sales master is, right? Before you do anything, you need to understand why you're doing it, and then the role of a sales master and what that role is once you become that sales master. And then after that, in the challenging section is here where before the challenge, there's going to be a few things that you need to do and prepare. And then during the challenge, there's also going to be things that you need to do. And then lastly, after the challenge, some of the things that you want to kind of help do to help boost your success rate and then do that challenge all over again. And so what is a sales master? So all of you should have already known this if you've already learned about the company intro and marketing plan from the other masters before or the other leaders. But let's get a recap of what it is. So the sales master, there's 7 levels of mastership in Atomy, and you start all the way from the beginning, which is the sales master. And then it goes all the way up to imperial master, which is the last level. And the first level is the sales master, where you need to reach a personal PV of 700,000 PV. So right here, you see that the personal PV is the 700,000 PV. And then on your left, you need to reach 2.5 million group PV. And then on your right, you need to reach 2.5 million group PV. So as you can see there, there's 2 separate PVs, right? You have our personal PV, which is something that belongs specifically to yourself. And then we have our group PV, which is something that is special to our groups. So we have our left group and we have our right group. And there are 2 separate group PVs. And then once they are equal to a certain amount, then you are eligible for a commission. And once you reach a certain level, then you're able to receive your mastership, right? And to do the Sales Master Challenge, it is from the 1st to the 15th, and then the 16th to the end of the month. So that means that you have 2 times that you can challenge for Sales Master every month, right? And so that means that's 24 times you can do Sales Master in a year, right? And out of that 24 times, even if you do 12 times, that's already, enough money that you're making from Atomy in the very beginning, right? You don't have to all in on Atomy right away. Some people have different financial burdens that they have to go through, whether that you need to pay for, you're the breadwinner, you have to make the most money for your family, things like that. You have a job. So obviously in the beginning, you can't all in on Atomy. It's not easy, right? And so as I said, but then you can still challenge yourselves every month, at least once, right? And that's the key to success: repetition and continuously challenging yourself for Atomy. If you are only challenging yourself once, you reach Sales Master once, and then after that for an entire year, you don't do anything, right? Then that means that you're wasting your time. You're not doing your best in Atomy when Atomy has given you this opportunity, right? So please reconsider and think about what you want to do in Atomy and whether you want to start to challenge yourself. And so role of a sales master is what comes next. And so as a sales master, once you become a proper sales master and you've studied a lot of what Atomy has to teach you, then you want to become a self-made leader, right? You need to become a leader in order for you to pass on the same knowledge to your partners. You can't expect your sponsors to do that for you. You can't expect your partners to do that for you. You yourself have to be your own leader and business owner, because this is your own business in the end. No one's going to do this for you. And then at the end of the day, you have to be the one to recruit new members and bring them in, and then do the same thing over again and make them into leaders as well and do the same process, right? And so once you find new members, you'll naturally encounter members that will want to start their own Atomy business. However, if you're having trouble explaining the products or the vision to your partner, then that's when you want to direct them to your sponsors, right? The sponsors are there to help connect you and that partner to your group, right? So if you're struggling to convince your partners and help them understand why they should pursue Atomy, then you can bring in your partner, your sponsor, which is a third party who is an expert, who is more of an expert than you in Atomy, to help you guide your partners in the understanding why they should choose Atomy, right? And so once you reach a sales master, it's an important process to make note of all the things that you've done to achieve sales master, right? So the things that you did, like how many PVs you did, what days you did it in, what your strategies, your tactics, some of the things that you did, some of the things that you didn't do well in that you regret, right? All of these things that you do, you want to put it down in a notebook or keep it somewhere, so that way, when your partners challenge again, or when your partner challenge for the first time, you can help guide them so that they do it as well. And even for yourself, it's a good reminder, right? The things that you did well, you'll continue to do well and even more of. But the things that you didn't do well, and the things that weren't that helpful in your Atomy Sales Master Challenge, you won't do anymore, right? So you want to minimize the things that are bad in your business, and you want to increase the things that are very helpful in your business, right? And so that's why you want to help keep note of those things. And so because the sponsor is not the one to create your sales masters for you, it is up to each individual to get there with their hard work, along with some assistance from your sponsors, right? So the sponsors, there's only a limited amount of things that your sponsors can do, right? And if they give you points, that point is limited. So don't rely on your sponsor to give you, 500,000 PV every time you do the challenge, right? It's not going to be realistic. Even for yourself, think of it as you're the sponsor for your partner, and then your partner is challenging for sales master every month, and then you are required to, because your partner asks you to do 500,000 PV every month. Can you do that? Right? It might not be easy. Yes, if you're already like a Sharon Rose Master or Diamond Master or something like that, and you're making enough money to support your partners, that might be okay. But as a beginner sales master, as a leader, it might not be easy to continue to do that, right? And so don't expect that same thing from your sponsors as well. Instead, the sponsors will do their best to help you in different ways, whether that is through their counseling, their mentorship, right? Through different ways, like meeting with your partners to help them out to understand why they should do Atomy. There's various ways to do different things in terms of sponsorship activities. So don't expect your sponsors to only give you points. And that's why you shouldn't rely on your sponsors' points to make you successful, right? All of those points can disappear instantly. So instead, you need to make that same lineage. You need to make a strong 2 legs in order for you to make that auto sales master. And so when is it a good time to challenge for sales master, right? When you should challenge for sales master, it's no perfect time, right? Anyone can do it at any time that they want in the real life, but it depends on the situation, right? There's some people that do sales master after 6 months of studying. There's some people who do it after 1 month of studying. But at the end of the day, it's a very go at your own pace But what's important is that you need to study. You need to be plugged into the system and understand why you're doing Atomy, right? What is the reason why you're doing it, and what is the goal that you set for you to do Atomy? Otherwise, if you just do Atomy because you want to make money really fast, then it's not going to help you succeed. Because all that it ends up being is that you're going to reach sales master without knowing why that sales master is important and what you need to do in order to become a proper auto sales master. And after that, you're not going to make any sort of real money coming in because you haven't made a proper system, right? This is a system income business, not a labor income business. And because of that, without knowing how to build a proper system, obviously no money will come into your system, and you'll start to wonder, oh, why is this happening? Is this a fake business? This is not real. And then you'll start to complain to your sponsors because they're not really helping you, or your partners because they're not doing anything. And then you'll end up quitting. But this is such a big business that you shouldn't miss your opportunity on, right? So please do your due diligence, study your Atomy business, right? Just like in any sort of business, whether you're opening your supermarket, whether you're opening a restaurant, you need to understand the business and the customers and why you need to do the business, right? So study and be plugged into the Success Academies, the seminars, right? The one-day seminars, watch the VODs and use the products. If you don't love the products and if you don't use the products, you won't know why they're so great, right? All you might know is that, oh, they're cheap and affordable and they're great. But anyone can say that. Anyone can say that. Even a child can say that, right? But what makes Atomy special is our own experience. So you tell them, oh, this is so great. Just like our sales master David said, this soap detergent is so great because it does all of these, right? It makes it clean. It can wash even fruits or vegetables without adding added chemicals and making them clean from what the chemicals are attached to on those fruits or vegetables, right? All these kind of experiences are what makes Atomy so unique and special. And so utilize those things to help grow your business. And so why must you go to Sales Master, right? And so before you do the challenge for Sales Master, most of the time it doesn't really matter where you put your points in. And it's just really, it comes up, points come up here, points come up here, and then it kind of matches, and you make your commission here and there. But once you start the challenge, you need to be able to reach a certain amount of points and a level within a set time, right? You have that 2 weeks period from the 1st to the 15th or the 16th to the end of the month. And this is a good kind of push for people. Some people who are lazy or don't really want to be motivated to do this business, when they're put in that pressure, that 2 weeks pressure, it helps them move faster or work harder. And this is a good motivation to push yourself to continue to challenge the business, right? And so during this challenging, you'll start to notice naturally a lot of people start to join because you are working hard, right? When you are not challenging, you don't seem to be working as hard, then that might be the problem in growing your lineage. If you want to grow your lineage quickly, then you need to be working hard. But if you want to be working hard, you need some sort of push, right? Unless you're someone who is naturally hardworking, right? And everyone needs that kind of push to challenge themselves, right? Oh, I need to push myself to reach sales master in this 2 weeks, then that means I have to go out there. And what's great about it is during those 2 weeks, you'll start to add people naturally because you need to work hard to reach that sales master mastership challenge. So you'll notice that, soon you'll have 50 people and then it'll become 60 people. And then you challenge again for the next month, it'll become 100 people and things like that. You'll continue to grow, right? So you want to keep challenging. And so during the challenge, not only does it help grow your lineage, but it also helps you become focused in Atomy and put your all into your success. And then it'll also give you many opportunities to meet potential partners that will become your core business partners, right? In Atomy, maybe out of 100 people, you'll meet like even 3 or 4 people that are actually going to do business with you, right? And it's very rare because not a lot of people understand. They like the product and many people can easily use the products without feeling burdened, but not many people realize the true value of Atomy. All of us are here today because we understand the value of Atomy. All of us continue to attend these meetings because we understand why Atomy is so important and why we need to do it, right? But not everyone understands that. Out of 10 people, you might have one partner, and that's okay, right? You need consumers, you need people to use Atomy's products, right? Just like in any business, if Coca-Cola wanted to sell, they don't make business partners, they make consumers, right? The more consumers Coca-Cola has, the more money that comes into Coca-Cola, right? Obviously, here and there, if they want to make a little, business here for a business partner, or business partner here, and then they're the ones that sells to make you money, that's okay. But ultimately, only like a few out of those thousands of people will come to Coca-Cola to do that kind of business. Majority of them are consumers, right? Same thing with Atomy. Majority of your people will be consumers. So that means, what does that mean? That you need to continue to find members. You need to continue to find consumers, right? If you have only 100 consumers and then you only make, an auto sales master, then that's not enough, right? In order for you to become a diamond master, an auto diamond master, you need even more people, right? You need even more, whether that's 200 or 300 or 4,000, right? So continue to work hard and continue to look for people, right? You don't want to just leave it up to your partners. Your partners are not your employees, right? They're their own business leaders. They have to do their own work and find their own partners. But the same goes for you. You need to go out there and find your own partners and consumers. And so how do you prepare before the challenge, right? So before the challenge, it's also important to attend the seminars, attend the meetings, consult with your sponsors so that you're prepared and plan out a strategy, right? If you don't have any strategy and then you just go into doing the challenge, yes, it might work, but it'll be a lot more stressful than having a proper plan, right? If you plan things ahead of time, it'll make it a lot easier for you when you're doing any sort of business. So before the challenge, it is important for you, especially if it's your first time. Here are some things that you can do, which is number one, to make a reservation list. So make a list of products and reservations from your members list before you start your challenge. A good idea of this is to separate by the type of products to match all your members with what their need is, not because what you want to sell, right? Obviously, Hemohim, we all know, is one of the products that generate the most PV in terms of value, right? So in terms of what you spend to PV ratio, but not everyone needs Hemohim or not everyone wants Hemohim. So that doesn't mean that you want to keep pushing to sell Hemohim to all your partners or all your consumers, right? Instead, you need to focus on what their needs are. So how do you determine that? You need to contact them, right? You need to hit them up. You'll be like, hey, how are you doing? What is going on? What's happening? And then listen, right? Oh, they're gonna tell you things like, oh, my family is doing this, and my youngest daughter is going through some issues with her health in terms of this. And so then you can suggest, oh, if she's having stomach issues, why don't you try our probiotics, right? And then suggest things and you write them down. So this person A, their daughter wanted probiotics. Person B, they wanted Hemohim. Person C wanted the detergent. And you make this list to make it easier for when you're doing the challenge. And then you separate it by the days to put in the PV, and that's how it's going to work. And so once you do that, then you want to change their main household products, right? So a lot of members in Atomy only use 1 or 2 products, but that's a big issue that you can actually use and capitalize into making your own PV, right? So a lot of these people only use 2 products, but Atomy offers more than 400 different products, right, online. Whether that is from healthcare to supplements, whether that is from clothing to detergent, toothpaste, toothbrush. These are all things that Atomy offer. And these are all things that we all use, right? You brush your teeth. I also brush my teeth. We need toothpaste to brush our teeth, right? We need to use laundry detergent to wash our clothes, right? We need to eat vitamins to supplement our health. Or all of those things that we use anyways from other brands, just have them switch over to Atomy, right? So if they're already using these things, which they should be, right? Unless they're, a gross person and don't wash or don't brush their teeth, everyone's going to use these products, right? And so that's easy. Just tell them to switch over to Atomy. Reasons why? They're affordable. They're great products. They are high quality, right? If they don't see that value, then it's their loss. But at the end of the day, that's nothing you can change. If they really don't want to change their products, it's okay. They'll realize later on that, wow, this is great. But until then, continue to offer different products of Atomy's products to your customers, right? And then after that, you want to pre-process payments in advance if you can, right? So lock in the sales in advance, because a lot of people, they're gonna be, a bit hesitant, right? Especially if it's a bigger purchase. So you want to lock it in advance, because later on during your challenge, you don't want to have PV missing because someone canceled their order last minute. Then you're gonna be rushing to try to make up that PV in order to match that point for that day. And you don't want to do that, because if you can't match it, then it will roll over to the next day. Then you miss out on 1 day of hard work, right? And so please be prepared and make sure you have backups as well. And then number 2, consult with your sponsors on members that you can put the points into while doing the challenge, right? So while you're doing the Sales Master Challenge, you're able to put into PV points in between your members, right? And so these PV will naturally allow for these members to get the chance to receive commission. So if you are thinking ahead into the future, then you want to pick out the members that you think might be potentially good partners, right? Not because they have a lot of money or because they're things, but those who truly are interested in Atomy, right? Those members who are true Atomian lovers. And those are the kind of people you want to look for. And then those are the people you want to help them receive commission, because then they'll realize that not only do they love Atomy's products, but they also can benefit by receiving some money back from you using the Atomy's products, right? So how amazing would that be? So then you just help them realize that, then they'll be more interested in trying to do this business together with you. And so these kind of people you want to consult with your sponsors to help build out your early stages and your early business goals, right? And so the reason why we will want to make this list that I mentioned earlier is because, while doing the challenge, there is going to be special days that you want to capitalize on to put in as much points and to, make as much commission without missing out on potential profit. Right. And so some of these days, like the green ones that are highlighted, are very important days that will help you make a little bit more extra money, right, compared to others who are just doing the Sales Master without any sort of plan, right? And this way you can also make sure that you have specific days that you're aiming for and when you're going to put those PVs in. And so now you've come to do the Sales Master Challenge. So how do you do it? So like I mentioned in the very beginning, you need to fill out 700K PV in your own personal PV. And then you need 2.5 on your left and 2.5 on your right in terms of your group PV, right? However, for those of us who are challenging for the first time, there's a little trick that you can do to help you get over the first hurdle of reaching your first Sales Master Challenge. And that is to do this trick where you put in, so you have your 300K PV on your personal PV, right? And so majority of people start with 300K PV when they first do the challenge, right? And then you have 2.5 million group PV on your left side, but on your right side, you only have 2.1 million group PV. So that means you're short 400,000 PV on your right leg and 400,000 PV on your personal PV. So then what do you need to do? And so instead of doing 400,000 here and 400,000 here, you can just instead do 400,000 PV on your personal PV. And what that does is it allows for this personal PV to now equal 700,000. And then it also allows for your 2.1 million group PV leg to also reach 2.5 million group PV, right? So with just 400,000, you're able to balance out your personal PV and one leg, right? So that way you save some PV and you don't, you save some time and work. However, let's say you have 300,000 PV on your personal, but you only have 2.3 million on your left and 2.3 million on your right. And so then you ask me, oh, Daniel, can I put in 400,000 here and balance out both legs? However, this is unfortunately a big no, right? You need to complete one leg. In order for this strategy to work, one leg has to reach 2.5 million PV. And so what do you do after the Sales Master Challenge, right? And so Sales Master Challenge, after you finish, you just send a thank you message to your partners and your sponsors. It doesn't have to be a letter or anything fancy like that. Just a small, even text, just to let them know you appreciate their hard work of helping you, right? And these kind of small gestures will go a long way, right? Because Atomy is all about building trust. We need to build trust with our sponsors. We need to build trust with our partners, right? But if all you're thinking about is your own gain and not appreciating what your partners and sponsors did for you, then you won't go very far in Atomy, right? And unfortunately, that is the truth, right? And so that is what you want to do. Show appreciation to where it's due. And after that, you want to follow up with meetings with your sponsors and members who have received commission and have an interest in Atomy. So earlier I mentioned that, we need to think about where we're going to put PV into for our special partners that we might think might be interested in Atomy. And so now you connect those partners that have received commission together with your sponsors, right? You bring them together and your sponsors will do the work for you in terms of connecting them and bringing them in and having them interested in doing the business, right? Because your sponsors are kind of like the expert advisor, and then you are the bridge that connects your sponsor to your partners. And lastly, you want to follow up with your members that you've sold the products and offer them new products if they like the current product. Introduce them to and make them into repeat customers, right? Because we need to generate repeat customers in order for us to make and become an auto sales master. If they only buy it one time, then you will not be an auto sales master. So in order for them to keep buying it, they're not going to do it automatically, right? Don't expect your consumers to continue to buy automatically without you approaching them. You have to continue to do it, and then at one point they'll realize that, oh, I'll buy it by myself. I'll just continue to buy it because I like these products, right? But until then, you need to continue to approach them every time you do the challenge, or even without you doing the challenge. You go, oh, do you need something? Have you run out of hemoheme? Have you run out of probiotic? Do you need more? And continue to ask them to be interested in using the products, right? And then another great tip is if they really like the product, let's say you gave it to person A and they loved hemoheme, then ask them if they know anyone that might be interested in that product, right? So if they have a family member or a cousin or a friend or a coworker who might be interested in hemoheme, right? Ask them to introduce you so you can give them that product. And then what does that do? Now you've made a new consumer, you made a new partner, right? And that's just how it works, right? If you just do that with 5 people, you now made an extra 5 people. Now you have a total of 10 people under you, right? And then you do the same thing again with those 10 people. Now you have 20 people under you. If each person introduces at least one person to you every time, right? And that's all it takes to continue to grow your Atomy business. And so what should your goal be after finishing your challenge as sales master? Then you should aim for is to become an intermediate sales master, right? And so we all know this as the semi-sales master, right? This is a promotion that we have, but keep in mind, this is a promotion. That means it could disappear anytime, right? So don't rely on this, but use this time to build out your business so that way you can continue to and easily be able to reach sales, auto sales master, right? And so now here we have our diagram. So you have our sponsor here at the top. And so as a sponsor, if they are a sales master and they want to continue to do their auto sales master, then obviously they'll be continuing to put in points down this leg on their left and this leg on their right. And so naturally points will come up and then they'll start to make at least 3 million PV once they're an auto sales master on their left and 3 million PV on their right. So then let's say you are right here, this red circle. So what does that mean for you? That means that at least 1.5 million PV is coming up from somewhere, right? Whether that is on this side, right, or on this side, wherever your sponsor's main leg is, there should be at least points coming up. Then you need to capitalize on that to make that into your chance to reach semi-sales, right? If you already have enough points coming up from one leg, then why not just work a little bit harder to do the other leg to reach semi-sales, right? You're not losing too much out of it. You're actually making, a good amount, right? And so in order for you to do that, then you need to put in the work, right? So work together with your sponsor, coordinate with them. If they're doing Sales Master Challenge, right? Challenge together with them, right? Because it will help you and it will also help the sponsor. So they have no reason to reject your offer. And so this is the semi-sales master promotion, right? So you have to reach 1.5 million PV on your left and 1.5 million PV on your right. And the same rules apply. You have to do it from the 1st to the 15th and the 16th to the end of the month, right? And so this is a really great opportunity for those of us who are first starting out to kind of help us and benefit from this promotion. So in a total that you make in terms of that, on top of what you make from the already from the commission, with the promotion, you can make around $500, right? And so if you do this every month, at least once a month, right, this is a big help from what you would have normally made, which is only $300, right? So this additional $200 goes a long way in the very beginning. And so auto sales master should be your next goal, right? And so this auto sales master, right? What does that mean? So once you've become steady and you make enough PV, right? And coming up from your one leg or your other leg, then you want to capitalize on helping your partners, keyword partners, help your partners, right? To become semi-sales master, right? And so what does that do? If there's semi-sales master here, there's a semi-sales master here, right? Then you have at least 3 million PV on your left, 3 million PV on your right. So what does that make you? A sales master, right? And so if they're able to become a semi-sales master automatically every month, then that means you become an auto sales master, right? And so this is just your starting point though. Don't stop there. Continue to build upon that to reach auto diamond, auto share and rolls, right? And that's how you do it, right? If you just reach it one time and just get the title, just receive sales master or diamond master title, and then that's all, and you just stop your work there, then that's all your business ends up being, right? A very small and a sad business, right? Without you making any sort of real profit. And the sad thing is there's a lot of leaders out there that are like that. They are Sharon Rose Master, they're Diamond Master, but they're only making, semi-sales or even sales master profit, but at that level, because they haven't built out a proper system business and a proper foundation, right? And so here is just a simple system that you can rely on to build out your business. And in order for you to do that, you need to help your partners, right? Help your partners reach their goals, then naturally you'll grow in this business. So don't think of it as your own self and, this is only for myself. I'm going to be the only one making money, right? Because in the end, that's only going to make you money in the short run, but not in the long term, because your partners will get tired. They're going to stop doing this business, right? And you don't want that. You need to have them keep working for you and with you, right? And so in order for that to happen, then you need to work together with them, right? Because they're not your employees. So with your help, then they'll be feeling confident to work harder together alongside you. And so please do your best to help your partners, and this will allow you to reach sales master. And so now you only have, like right now it's the middle of September, right? You only have October after September left, and then November, and then December, 3 months left until the end of the year, right? So that's 3 months that you can use to at least do 3 sales master challenges, right? So it depends. How are you going to use this time now? Are you going to use this time now to not do anything, right? Or are you going to use this time to change your business, right? So don't wait until other people are already changing their life and then you realize too late. Do your best now so you don't have any regrets later, right? And so thank you all for listening, and I hope you all enjoyed this presentation.
I think we can give Daniel Kim another round of applause. Thank you very much for that. It was very detailed. We were able to really understand exactly the value of auto sales master. Auto sales master is that path. It's that's next step to getting passive income into our income system. Instead of being actively being paid, actively working, we're changing that into a passive system where even if we do take sick days, we're still making money. Even though we take a rest day, we're still making money. That's what we're aiming for. And with that, that's the first step in how Atomy is built. Atomy is built on auto sales master, or at least the auto part of the business. Where once we have that experience, once we know how to create that, once we have that team that's continuously creating that auto sales master position, all we need to do is duplicate that, just replicate that with the people that we have underneath us, and just that continuous process will keep you going into the next mastership. And doing so, you have that experience, you have that knowledge. The next step just becomes easier and easier because then you have more people working together, aiming for the same thing of other people underneath you becoming auto sales master. And that just keeps on going. That is why they call this 90% of success, the auto sales master of Atomy's mastership. To be able to make that beginning passive income that truly allows us to be free financially. That's where it begins. And that's, of course, just because it begins there doesn't mean we end there. We have to keep on going. There's still the 10% left that we need to cross. So thank you very much for that message, Daniel Kim. And now we have our final message from our leader, Sherma's Master Young-Soo Kim.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
네, 캐나다 토론토에서 꿈과 비전을 전하는 애터미 샤론 노즈 마스터 김영숙입니다.
My name is Sherma's Master doing the Atomy business here in Toronto, sharing hopes and dreams.
여러분 어때요? 멋진 도구 오늘
So what do you think about the marketing plan?
이 멋진 도구 가지고 부자 되실 수 있겠지요?
What do you think about this amazing tool? You think that you can become rich with it?
네, 듣는 동안 일을 없애는 일을 하실 수 있겠지요?
And now that you listen to it, you think you can do the work that gets rid of work?
이 멋진 애터미 도구 시스템 구축해서 자본 만들 수 있지요?
And once you utilize this tool, I'm sure you can make it work, right?
자본 만드는 겁니다.
It is the capital that we're trying to create.
네, 어떤 삶을 살고 싶으세요, 여러분?
What kind of lifestyle do you want to live?
네, 애터미라는 도구를 가지고 열심히 자본 구축해서 정말 멋진 삶 살고 싶지 않으세요?
And don't you want to live that amazing life in the future to be able to utilize this tool to create that to be possible?
오늘 들으면서 어려운 거 있었나요?
While you were listening to today's speakers, was there anything difficult that you heard of?
할 수 없는 일 있었나요?
Was there anything that was impossible for you to do?
네, 물론 설거지 안 하는 분도 있죠. 수세미 필요 없는 분도 계시나요?
Of course, there are people who may not do the dishes themselves or may not really need the scrubber.
네, 그렇지만 칫솔 필요하지요?
But you do need the toothbrush, right?
치약 필요하지요?
And the toothpaste.
오늘 한 번도 양치 안 하신 분 계세요?
Now, is there anyone here who don't brush their teeth daily?
네, 우리 모두에 꼭 필요한 애터미 제품이네요.
Now, this is a very vital product that we all need, right?
오늘 세수 안 한 분 계세요?
Is there anyone who hasn't washed their face?
네, 한 번이 아니라 두 번, 세 번 하는 분도 계실 거예요.
There might be people who not just do it once, but twice or three times.
네, 우리 애터미 제품보다 더 좋고 더 싼 제품 못 만났습니다.
And now the products like from Atomy that is so good and reasonable price, I haven't been able to meet any other company or products like
네,
this.
태어나서부터 죽을 때까지 써야 하는, 매일 써야 하는 제품들입니다.
And products like these are products that we'll use when we wake up to when we sleep.
남의 예, 회사 제품 쓰실래요? 나의 회사 제품 쓰실래요?
Do you want to use other products or do you want to use your products?
네, 생각을 바꾸면 복이 되고 돈이 되고 자본이 만들어집니다.
And once you change how you think, you're able to create this into your tool and your capital.
네, 우리 숨을 쉴 때 공기가 아주 귀하고 우리가 살아가는데 꼭 필요한 거 맞지요?
마지막
에어.
못 들었어.
숨 쉴 때 에어, 공기,
코키?
공기, 에어. 우리
In our lives, we take value in the air that we breathe.
네, 돈 주고 여러분 사서 마시나요? 숨
Do you
쉬나요?
pay for the oxygen that you breathe?
그런데 소중한가요? 안 소중한가요?
But does that make it valuable or unvaluable? Vital or not vital?
저는 공기처럼 소중한 게 바로 애텀이라고 생각합니다.
And I feel like the value, the importance of atomies is like as if it was air.
네, 우리 애터미 회원 가입할 때 돈 내지 않았습니다.
And when we signed up as a member in Atom, we did not pay any fee.
돈 내지 않고 숨 쉽니다.
And we don't pay for it, but we still breathe it.
네, 이제 세상이 변하고 AI가 만들어져서 테슬라의 300명이 레이아웃 되었다 합니다.
Now that the society is changing, AI is becoming very prominent. Even in Tesla, 300 employees were laid off.
그런데 우리 돈 안 들고 회원 가입해서 우리 사업할 수 있고 이 제품, 좋은 가격, 좋은 시스템을 줬는데 우리 제명시키나요?
But we were given this tool for free. We signed up as a member. We given the tool, the system, the resource. But does that mean that Atomy cut us off just because we have the free member?
네, 세상은 변하기 때문에 5년 후, 10년 후에 정말 애터미가 공기처럼 더 소중하게 다가올 거라고 생각합니다.
And so now with the change in society, it will become vital as if the Atomy business was similar to air.
예,
that we breathe.
우리가 살아가는데 돈이 필요하잖아요.
And for the people who we love, we need the income.
돈이 전부는 아니지만 돈을 통해서 우리가 하고 싶은 일, 꿈을 이룰 수 있고 또 사랑을 할 수 있고, 네, 이 모든 것들이 돈이 필요한 현실입니다.
Of course, money is not everything, but the effect that money has that we can accomplish our dreams and support the people that we love, that is what is the benefit of the money that we're able to get.
네, 애터미는 돈을 버는 사업이 아니고 돈이 계속 들어오도록 하는 사업입니다.
Atomy is not a business where we make money. It is a business where we bring in money continuously.
네, 생각을 확 바꾸자고요. 계속 들어온 돈을 버는 시스템을, 애텀이라는 멋진 도구, 공기와 같은 도구를 우리 모두 확실하게 확신하고 확실하게 이해하고 확실하게 바꿀 수 있는 행동을 옮기는, 그래서 결과를 낳는 그런 우리 모두가 됩시다.
With this tool that has money continuous flowing, let us truly understand the essence of it and be able to utilize it to the best of our abilities.
네, 계속 돈을 들어오게 하는 시스템 소도 바로 애터미입니다.
This continuous flow in income is the system commission that we have.
네, 이 애터미는 박한길 회장님이 만들었지만 본인을 위한 것이 아니고 고객을 성공시키려고 만든 것입니다.
The system that our chairman Hangul Park has created, it wasn't for this company, it was for the consumers to become successful.
너무 완벽해서 박한길 회장님도 내가 이걸 정말 만들었단 말인가?
Because of how amazing the system was made, even the chairman himself wondered if this was something that he was actually even able to create.
잠깐 하나님이 오셨다 가신 것이 아닌가라고 말씀하십니다.
You sometimes think that it may be just a sudden thought that just came to his mind that he had.
네, 세상에는 경쟁을 해서 싸워서 이겨야지 성공합니다.
In the normal society that we live in, we must fight and compete to become successful.
근데 애터미는 오늘 모인 여러분들이 저와 함께 또 다른 사람들과 함께 재심 협력해서 함께 동반 성장할 수 있다는 것입니다.
But here in Atom, we have gathered together to meet, to work in the cooperation to become successful.
네, 우리 애터미의 크라운 마스터 박미영이라는 분이 계십니다.
There's a crown master named Bang Young-mi.
그분은 10년 전에 700만 원의 그러니까 70,000 달러 인컴을 가지고 있던 분이 애터미를 듣고 당장 그 다음 날 그만두고 시작했습니다.
This individual had $70,000 a month income before, but as soon as this individual heard about Atomy,
스폰서가 말렸습니다. 아니 그렇게 많이 버는데 그걸 당장 그만두면 어떡하냐고요.
quit her job and then went into Atomy right away. But the response from her sponsor was, "Why would you do that? Why would you quit your job that's making $70,000 a month to?"
이 박미영 크라운 마스터가 본 게 이것입니다. 보험회사에서는 내가 1,000만 원 정도 벌 수 있지만 5천만 원을 벌 수 없습니다.
So in an insurance company, I can make this much money, but I can't make the $50,000 in Atomy.
또 50,000원 내가 벌고 나와 함께하는 파트너 그 사람도 5천만 원을 벌 수 있습니다.
And for I to be able to make that much money, and for the people underneath me to do so as well.
그래서 당장 내가 돈은 벌 수 없지만 이 비전을 가지기 때문에 나는 당장 그만두고 애터미를 하겠습니다. 말리지 마세요.
But for this reason, I understand the vision, and that is why please do not stop me from quitting my job to do that to me.
네, 여러분은 당장 그만두라고 하는 뜻이 아닙니다. 이렇게 애터미는 가치 있는 일이라는 걸 말씀드리고 이 가치 있는 걸 볼 수 있는 사람, 우리의 눈이 확신이 있어야 된다라고 말씀드리고 싶습니다.
So what I'm saying is not for you to quit your job, but to show you the value of Atomy, and this is how much people value the opportunity Atomy is.
네, 고객을 성공시키는 빅 비즈니스입니다.
It is where you succeed together, a large business, a big business.
네, 오늘 이 멋진 도구를 가지고 빅 비즈니스를 확신하고 모두가 CEO의 톱 정상에서 만날 수 있기를 소망합니다. 감사합니다.
Hope you are able to truly understand the vision of Atomy, and for us to meet each other at the top. Thank you very much. So yes, that was our final speaker, Sherma's Master Young-Soo Kim. So we have come to the end of our meeting. Thank you everyone for joining us till the end. We will close quickly with our company motto. take a photo, and that will be all for today. Thank you very much, everyone. All right, let's begin. Is everyone ready? Go.
Yeah.
Cherish the spirit.
Create the spirit,
Create
create
the
the
vision.
vision,
the vision.
Follow the
faith,
Follow the
faith.
faith,
Live in
serve
humility.
in
humility.
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 자.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll go ahead with the photo. If you are able to, at this time, turn on your camera just for a few seconds to be a part of the picture, that'll be great. If not, we'll go ahead on 3. So 1, 2, 3. That's when we'll take the photo, and usually we do a heart. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you
good
so
day.
much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Debbie.
콜라.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Daniel.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Cora.